too late to start over.
Jason Bourne, John Wick, John McAllister. They've all come out of Hollywood as sleeper hits that ended up becoming big franchises. In this film, John McAllister is approaching retirement, but he still has unfinished business.
Wait, let me in, so you should have let me in. Come back with luck.
John is actually in Italy adapting to the culture. He's actually shopping, he's buying fish to cook, he meets a cop, and of course he meets this lady who is part of the culture, and I believe that she actually may have an interest in him.
And every one of them, and the only disappointment is that I only get to do it once.
This film gives plenty of opportunity to have Dakota Fanning and Denzel Washington reunite on the big screen. She actually plays a FBI operative who is after terrorists that are actually targeting cities and bombing them. As she is doing more and more detective work and actually working with McAllister on trying to solve who is doing the terrorist attack, she ends up learning that maybe it's not just the terrorists that are attacking the cities, but the main source could actually be coming from a gang that is actually in Italy. One of the best parts of the film is actually the beginning. In the beginning of the film, we actually see that John is in an inescapable situation. As he's taking out these various men, he's actually left wounded, which means that he has to be hospitalized. And of course, there's a good Samaritan that comes along, takes him in, and this is how he's able to recover. There was also another good particular sequence in this film, and it actually dealt with the villain's younger brother encountering John McAllister.
You know, I believe that everything in life is about timing. Now, unfortunately for you, yours isn't very good.
This film has made a lot of money. It's been out for a while, and I remember when it first came out around Labor Day weekend, it was like the #1 movie. My thoughts on this film, I think that this film was decent. I was hoping that this movie would have been kind of similar to possibly the first two, because the second one's my favorite one. I wanted Denzel to chop it up with the action like he did in the second film. However, we just didn't see that. We didn't see a whole lot of action with that. And other than that, I think that they were in talks of trying to do a prequel. And if they do a prequel, it's going to be with a young John McAllister who could either be played by John David Washington or Michael B. Jordan.
Is that a Timex? No.
Alright, so last but not least, I believe that the fans have been wanting this for a long time. I'm actually interested in this idea. I think that they should do a John Wick, John McAllister crossover. The interesting thing about these two characters is that they are similar, but they are very different, especially with the fighting styles. John McAllister, he's not the type to do the hands-on, like one-on-one type fighting, but he's more about delivering pressure points and taking down people as quickly as possible. Whereas John Wick, he's more inclined with the martial arts hand-to-hand combat, and of course he'll use any particular weapon in the room. So I hope that Hollywood will actually consider doing a John Wick crossover, because I think that would be really, really amazing. Anyways, this is my time at the movies.